Okay, so this is my husband's shirt. And I'm a plaid girl, okay? And I absolutely could not part with this shirt without doing something with it. So, this is a free pattern. And I think I've posted it before, but if not, I'll put a link in. Pardon my printing. I was running out of ink when I printed this, but you'll get this. And then, this is not a pattern, okay? I made me a pattern by my measurements with tracing paper that I buy on Amazon. And it comes on a roll, and I love it. And this is in my Amazon store in my sewing part, okay? But you'll get this pattern, and it tells you how many yards you need, yada yada. And I've had this for years because I used to sell these quite a bit back in the day. But this is just something simple that my granddaughter can put on, you know, while she's here, and I can still love my husband's shirt, okay? What had happened was one of the sleeves got raggedy. Like, I don't even know what happened, but, you know, crap happens, so there it is. But, anyways, it gives you your measurements, okay? So I measured it out, like I said, on tracing paper, because this has buttons. So I'm going to line this up down the buttons. That's the only reason why I did this, because I can't fold buttons. And I figured it would be just easier for my little simple mind. And then I've got my sleeve, just because, why not? I was cutting out patterns. So, you'll have your sleeve cut out, and this is a printable, and just match it up, and then your instructions are in here. And like I said, my pictures are not there because, you know, but I've made so many. So, but anyways, the first thing I have to do is take this pocket off, okay? So I'm going to take my seam ripper. I've already started just to show you. Once you get it started, okay, pull this back, and to keep from ripping your shirt, take the point of your seam ripper and go in and watch what you're doing and carefully pick the one little stitch at a time, okay? Making sure you're not getting your shirt, alright? Because it's very easy to get your shirt. Now, see, once it starts coming off, you can just take and, you know, don't pull it because you'll rip your shirt. And then go in and go down. Now, a lot of people make stuff out of memory shirts, you know, and a little girl's dress out of their grandpa's, or, you know, maybe they lost their dad, unfortunately, or something, you know, make a cute little dress. But anyways, I'm going to go in and take this pocket off. Now, y'all bear with me. I've never made one with a shirt. I've made them all the time, you know, with different colors of fabric and whatnot, but I've never done a shirt. So I am going to take this pocket off, and y'all ain't got to watch me. You've seen pretty much what I'm doing, and I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, now that I got that off, I'm just going to take this is one of those finger grips from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to rub it across here and get my stitches out. You know, there's lint in this. There was lint in this pocket. Gosh, you never know what you're going to get when you start taking clothes apart sometimes, you know what I'm saying? If you do recycled projects. Like I said, I couldn't bear to part with this beautiful plaid shirt, and I was going to make some scarecrow clothes out of it, but I don't know. I just thought it'd be very, very cute for her, for a dress. Her little Pawpaw dress shirt. Okay, so I'm gonna put that to the side, and I'm gonna set this over here. Now, what I want to do, y'all, my talking sometimes. What I want, if you want me to be proper, what I want to do, is not what I want to say. Y'all, my slang, I don't even know what I am. If I told you what I always called myself, I might offend somebody, so I am not gonna say it. But anyway, there's a word I say in front of hillbilly, but it's, you know, I'm kind of gangsta sometimes when I'm talking too, so it depends on what mood I'm in, I guess. But anywho, this stupid thing has got wrinkles everywhere. I don't know what the world. It's why I used to iron my husband's clothes, but I gave up on it because I can't. I iron more wrinkles in than I was getting wrinkles out, and he got mad, so he just does it himself now. Bless his little heart. I know that part of that wrinkle's that I think that thing in the back, you know, where they got that pleat back there, I think that's kind of what that is. Let me just smoosh my pleat out. I guess the sides doesn't really matter. Like I said, y'all bear with me. I ain't never did this. I mean, I ain't never did. Y'all, the way I talk, oh my goodness. Okay, so I want my buttons right in the middle, but I want to go down. And I may take this button off and close it. I don't know. I may have to just re-add the button. Like I said, I've never done this. And I really don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to go above the button. Okay, I'm going to go above the button. That way I know I'm going to take this one off. But I'm leaving it button because I folded my paper in half. Okay, and I'm moving. I'm getting another sewing room because I don't have room in here to turn around. And I cannot stretch my stuff out. I got some skirts and stuff I need to make me. And I have no room. And, yeah, I'm taking over another room in this house, y'all. And the moving process is going to kick my tail, I'm sure. I'm getting old, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to have room. But for now, I just have to manage. But anyhow, what I was saying was, after my rant's over, and y'all have to excuse me because I am so mucusy. But these buttons are right in the middle. So I'm going to take my line that I folded this in half and I have my line here. And y'all probably, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I see my line. So I'm going to set my line right above my button here. Okay. And I'm going to pin both pieces of fabric, I hope. Y'all, I can't use those pins when I'm doing this. These are for sewing. These are for pinning. So anyway, that's right down that button thing. And then I'm just going to line this up and scooch it until I get my line down all the middle of my buttons here. And I'm just going to put, I keep reaching for that because it's on my finger. I'm just going to put one in it, you know, to hold it so it's not shifting back and forth, because I said I don't have room on this table. But anyway, now I'm just going to take and I am going to pin my pattern down to cut it out. And I'm going to make sure all my wrinkles, do y'all have wrinkles? I'm going to make sure all my wrinkles are out as best I can before I almost said pick my stems. Y'all, I'm having a day. This is me normally. You know what it is. I'm a diabetic, so I get aspartame poisoning and I get tongue-tied a lot because I drink too. I love bubbles. I love the fizz, to be honest with you. I think I'm addicted to the fizz. Me and my friends, we have decided we are addicted to bubbles. We love fizz. And I have to have it. So, you know, I get diet drinks sometimes and they're not good for you. Honestly, people, they are not good for you. And they make me do weird things, so I talk funny, and sometimes I get too fast for my tongue to maneuver in my mouth, and that's kind of a problem too. But anywho, y'all, I'm just me, 24/7 me. I don't change for nobody but God. That's just who I am. I'm real with you. That's all I got. That's all I know. I'm going to scoot this over closer to the edge so that when I cut it, it's not picking my pattern and stuff up. The closer to the edge you get with your needles, with your pins, the better off you are. And I'm losing my voice. My husband might be happy, but I won't be. But anyway, I'm going to pin this down, and then I'm going to cut this out. And I don't know if you've ever seen me cut before, but I do some weird stuff. I don't know if you want to see it, but I will cut this way because I can cut closer to it when I cut that way. Now, some people are actually talented enough to use a rotary cutter to cut their patterns out. If you can, oh honey, more power to you. Okay, more power to you. Do it. But I cannot. I'm just not that person. I'm not confident. I'm not good at it, and I can't do it. But I'm just going to go through here and I'm going to cut this pattern out. And I can't stress enough that you need good scissors, and do not use your fabric scissors on paper. You will ruin them. Okay? Make sure you have designated scissors. And if you if you are on my Facebook page, honey, you know I have a scissor problem. Okay, so, but anyway, I'm just gonna go cut this out, and it's gonna be my front and my back at the same time. Okay, I want to show y'all something. Where that was pleated, where'd I put it? Look, I'll show y'all. It had this, what's the back of the darn shirt? It had a pleat right here. See it? Where it was pleated, it gave me more fabric, so I'm having to not unpin this one, okay? But I'm having to unpin and smooth my shirt back out, and I'm gonna have to recut, you know, the whatever's hanging off, because it was it's not even now. So and if y'all hear a roaring in the background, my fan is on. It's hotter than I don't know what in here, and so my fan is on, and that's what y'all hear. And I do apologize, but I can't turn my fan off. It's hot. Sorry. This 100-degree weather does not agree with me at all. But anyways, just wanted y'all to know what I did. I'm going to finish cutting this out. So I got my dress pieces cut out, and I'm going to take the sleeve, and I'm just going to take his sleeve. And now his sleeve starts, you know, that little doohickey. I'll show you. This thing right here is right here. So I got plenty of room to put her little sleeve. So instead of folding it, you know, all out, whatever, I'm just going to fold it. And I have to cut 2 of these. So I'm going to cut one on this one and one on the other sleeve. Okay? That's easy peasy right there. And I'll have my sleeves using, it doesn't matter which way I go, I don't guess. So I'm using as less of this material because I want to save it. I might make some little clothes for something. Who knows? I don't throw nothing away. I'm a terrible, terrible person. But anyway, let me cut these 2 sleeves out of these 2 sleeves, and I'll get right back with you. This dress also requires a ruffle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bottom of the shirt, and it's going to be like, you know, up on the side. It's going to be, you know, a fancy little dress, you know. So I'm just going to cut this off even right across this. Okay, it won't be a big ruffle, but it'll have a bottom on it. So I'm just going to cut it right across this line right here. All right, so what you're going to do is what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this button right here first of all, and then I am going to probably stitch this up, because it doesn't have to be open. This will be tucked away. It might be at the top, but it should be like that right there, and then you'll have the button right here. Okay, so anywho, I will stitch this down at some point, just not right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna mess with that. Where did I put my sleeve? Oh no, that ain't my sleeve. That's the other part of my shirt. Y'all, I've lost my sleeves. Here's one. So right side to right side, and you're gonna pin your arm hole to your armhole. Okay, like this right here. And then you're gonna stitch. Now I am going to use my serger, that way I don't have no unravelies, but I'm just going to go in just a little bit, and I'm going to serge the edge and attach my sleeves. So now we have this. And I went ahead and she's up now, so y'all will hear her. She's playing with her dolls or the cars or something. But anyway, I went ahead and went right down this stitch with the same color thread, and I have sewn my buttonholes together. We don't want her gaping and all that, do you? When I'm looking at this, it makes my eyes feel weird. I don't know. I know I'm weird. I keep grabbing that dumb thing. Okay, take your other side. Okay? Now we're going to take this, and we're going to put this down. We're going to put this down. Maybe I say it that way. I don't know. look what I'm doing. You see this here? And we're going to put this up this. Put this like this. And we're going to match the sleeve to the sleeve. Okay? Or armhole to armhole. You know, whatever. And do the same thing. The exact same thing. Now look, I'm going to pin it this way so I can serge around here without having to take my pins out. I normally don't do it this way, but we're going to try it. You know, say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but hey, I'm going to try it. But anyways, this is what mine, where am I? This is what it looks like serged, okay? And that way, if you just sew it, and then you'd have to zigzag over it, but I have a serger, and I use it when I can. Y'all know what? Y'all know what? Oh my gosh. I love this. This was so much better than having to pull my pins out over there. Y'all, let me know. Do you put your pins straight in or along the line? Or vertical? Straight? I don't know what I'm saying. Which way do you pin it? Tell me. I don't even know. I might not know what you're saying. But just, I love it. I love it. Wonder if I could. I've seen people do that with sewing, but I don't know. But with serging, it was definitely worth it. So now you have this big old thing, right? I'm going to, now if you don't want to fold under and then fold under again, I'm going to serge all the way around this. So I'll have a finished edge. And then I'll fold it in. Okay? And that way I don't have to. And you can zigzag it. Or there is a serger function on your machine. And you may have got one of the overcasting foots with it. I don't know. But if you do, you can use that. But I'm going to serge all the way around this before I turn it under. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to stitch all down the side. Okay? Or I'm going to serge, but you stitch, serge, whatever you do. I'm going to close this up, okay? On both sides. So that will form my little dress right here. Okay, so I serged around my top. Now my grandbaby has a music box, thanks to me. I don't know what I was thinking. And she's in there playing with that. But anyway, I serged the top of this. I serged my sleeves. Okay? Both sleeves. Now my husband's home. And, I did this because I'm going to fold them up and then put a casing in it. And then thread my elastic. And I didn't do anything to the bottom, okay? But I went ahead and ruffled my bottom part. I have videos that show how to use a ruffler and, you know, how to hand gather and all that stuff. There, if I remember, I'll try to link them. But I've got this, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to start where this is, okay? And I'm going to fold this in right side out. And I'm just going to take this part right here. And it's not, I got extra buttons. I'll take those off later. It's not, this will go on top of this. Okay? So, I want to put this on right there where this one is. See, I'm matching everything up. And this is gonna, I don't know if I got enough of these. I do have to pin this on. And then I'm gonna go around through here, and when I get back to here, I'm not gonna make y'all watch me pin this whole thing, but when I get back to here, this will be, this is your outside, right? Where your buttons were. And I don't know what she's talking about. It will go inside out over top of this. Okay? So it'll be this way, but it'll be over top of this. And I'll take this pin out and just put these two together. You know what? I got that backwards, y'all. I got that backwards. Don't do what I just did. Match this to this. I was wondering what was so stinking funny. So I'm going to match this to this. Okay? Y'all, I'll get this in a minute. Like I said, I've never done this before. You're going to have to bear with me. Now I'll go all the way around and then just match this to this. Okay, that works like that right there. So that's how I'm going to do it when I gather this on. You might have to stretch it or draw it up depending on how tight it got, but just put it on the bottom. Okay, so I've got my bottom pinned on, and I am going to go over here and stitch right below my stitch line here so that it's not showing. And then I'm going to go back and serge it. And the reason I am doing that is because I have so many pins in this, I'd rather catch them under my sewing machine than I would my serger. So just for my, just for me, I'm going to go sew it and then I'll serge it. And then I'll work on this and my sleeves. My little ruffle bottom is now sewn and serged on. And none of the strings are going to bother her. Like I said, if you don't have a serger, just zigzag. No big deal. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to make a casing for a piece of elastic. Now mine is normally not this big, but because this buttonhole is here, I don't want it showing. So I'm just going to go and fold that down. So I'm going to have to fold down around this whole thing, okay? And make the casing for the neck. But that's not a big deal. So I'm just going to go around here. And I don't want those in my arsenal. So I'm just going to pin it right here. And I know that that's how big that I just need to go all the way around. So I'll just drop a few pins here, or you can clip it or whatever you want to do. And then I'm going to go in and I am just going to stitch right along this right here and make a casing, okay? And then I'm also going to take the sleeves and I'm going to pull them inside out, and I'm going to put a little cuff in them as well and run a little piece of elastic through there to kind of seal it around her arm where it's going to be big and gaping, and that's just the way these peasant dresses are. So for a 4T, I need 17 inches is what the pattern calls for of elastic, whatever size your casing is, okay? Mine is wide, so you want your elastic to fit, and this is non-roll elastic, best elastic you can get. And then it's 7.5 for each sleeve, and that's the basic for the 4T. So I'm just going to put my bodkin on here, and this, if you don't have one of these, you can use a safety pin. And I'm just going to go up in here, and I'm going to thread my elastic all through my casing, and then I will sew my elastic ends together and then close up my gaps, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and thread all my elastics. This is the way I pin my elastic, and I will go over there and zigzag across the needle. And then it looks like this. And I'll leave the needle in, and the stitches are wide enough to go across the needle. And then when I go down, I reach behind, pull it out, and then reverse it to catch my thread. To catch my elastic. I'll be alright. And there's my neck casing. And then I'll just go over there, pull this, and finish closing this off with my straight stitch. And I'll do the same thing on my arms. Oh my goodness. How cute is this, y'all? Look at it. Now you could stitch this, but I'm just going to leave it open. It doesn't matter. It's going to be long enough anyway, so that's just the cutest little thing. Now, y'all might want to hand stitch the arms because they are kind of small, and it's hard to get that under the machine. So you can hand stitch your elastic together, and then you can just sew it on the machine. Make sure you clip all your little stitches, or your extra little uglies, I call them, strings. And there you go. There's your dress. She's gonna be so cute. Now, ain't that just cute, y'all? Thank y'all for watching. Until next time, You are a blessing. Goodbye.